What would you do if you were rejected from your dream job? If your hard work was destroyed overnight? If everything you built collapsed, not once, but twice? This is the story of Soichiro Honda, a man who turned failure into fuel. In 1906, in a small village in Japan, a boy was born into a poor family. His father owned a small bicycle repair shop. They didn't have money, they didn't have status, but young Honda had something powerful: curiosity. While other children were playing outside, he was sitting in his father's workshop, watching, learning, touching tools, opening up engines just to understand how they worked. His hands were covered in grease, but his mind was building dreams. He wanted to become an engineer. As a young man, he applied for a job at Toyota. He was confident. He believed this was his big opportunity. But the response came back: rejected. The company that would later become a global giant told him he wasn't good enough. For most people, that would have been the end of the dream. Rejection breaks confidence. It creates doubt. It makes you question yourself. But Honda didn't accept defeat. Instead of saying, "I'm not capable," he said, "I will build something better." He started his own small factory, producing engine parts. Slowly, things were improving. Step by step, he was moving forward. Then World War II happened. Bombings destroyed his factory. Everything he worked for, gone. He tried to rebuild. Then an earthquake hit and destroyed what was left. Imagine building your dream and watching it disappear twice. Most people would quit. Most people would say, "It's not meant for me." But not Honda. He sold the remaining scraps of his destroyed factory and started thinking differently. Japan was facing a fuel crisis. People couldn't travel easily. Cars were expensive. Fuel was limited. So he came up with a simple idea. He attached a small motor engine to a bicycle. It wasn't glamorous, it wasn't perfect, but it solved a real problem. That simple innovation became the foundation of Honda Motor Company Limited. From a tiny workshop, motorcycle production began, then cars, then global expansion. People doubted him. Competitors were stronger. Resources were limited. But Honda believed in improvement, innovation, and persistence. Years later, his company became one of the largest automobile manufacturers in the world. Millions of vehicles now carry his name across continents, and it all started with rejection. Soichiro Honda once said, "Success is 99% failure." He believed every mistake was an experiment. Every rejection was a redirection. Every loss was a lesson. He didn't run from failure, he learned from it. So if you're struggling right now, if you've been rejected, if it feels like everything you build keeps falling apart, remember this story. A man who was rejected from a job went on to build one of the greatest automotive companies in history. The difference wasn't luck. The difference wasn't talent. The difference was persistence. So the real question is, will you let failure stop you, or will you let it shape you into something greater?